Hey everyone, Marshgate here bringing you guys the news in the flash. Let's get into it. Well, we finally got our first taste of Destiny 2 gameplay along with a new cinematic trailer, and holy shit does it look good. I've watched it a couple of times and there's definitely some things I've picked up on. There's going to be new supers, new abilities, new weapon variants like miniguns and grenade launchers, and primary weapons now seem to have elemental damage to them. There was also a couple of little things that I noticed in terms of story. One is that Rasputin seemed to have been pretty busy since the last game. As you see in one of the cutscenes, Amanda Holliday looks over the Traveler at this large structure that's forming alongside it. I'm assuming that's Rasputin. The trailer also showed off the return of the Vex, though I don't know about the other races. At the end of Destiny 1, both the Hive and the Fallen are pretty much left in shambles. So I'm assuming they're going to be making an appearance in Destiny 2. But if they don't, I really hope that they include another race. That being said, if you guys are interested in checking out any of the trailers or the gameplay videos below, check them all out in the description. And we move on to our next story, as Blizzard has announced their next event as the Overwatch Anniversary event, which is set to start on May 23rd and run through June 12th. More details should be coming soon for it, but quite frankly, I would have preferred an expansion rather than an event. I would have preferred something that added new maps, new cosmetics, new items, and new modes to the game for something as big as the anniversary, rather than getting something that's going to be disappearing after a month and leaves newcomers wondering why they don't have access to certain loot with their brand new Overwatch Game of the Year edition. Yep, Blizzard also announced they are releasing a digital Game of the Year edition for Overwatch, a game where all of its DLC is literally free, which kind of defeats the purpose of a Game of the Year edition. What's worse is that, except for including 10 loot boxes, they didn't even do anything new with the bonuses. They literally just took the Origin Edition bonuses and slapped them onto this one. This is literally a game that's being re-released with a new name. And if it comes with a full retail price tag to it, that's going to be some shady shit right there. Anyways, they also announced they'll be offering a free weekend to anybody who wants to try out Overwatch. That will be going on from May 26th to May 29th. Any details can be found below. Also, I wanted to add that the free weekend is open for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, so that's not something that's PC exclusive. I know some people ask that question every now and then. Let's get into some music news before we jump into our final story, which is something I want to spend some time with. Silverstein has announced their new album, Dead Reflection, which is set to be released on July 14th. Along with pre-order bundles, they've also released a new music video for it titled Retrograde, which I've got to say is actually one of their heavier songs I've heard from them in a while. It's actually nice. It kind of reminds me of their older material. Memphis released a new music video for their song Sever the Tie. Check it out below. Muse has released a new music video for their new track Dig Down. Check it out below. And we got our first official music video from the legend himself, Chuck Berry, for his song Big Boys. Oh, and its rock and roll goodness is not to be underestimated. Trust me, it is catchy as hell. It's a shame though that he wasn't here to see it though. Bless his soul. Check it out below if you guys are interested. And now time for our final story, and I have to apologize now because this one is going to be another heavy hitter, and this one breaks my heart. I think you guys can pretty much guess what it's going to be about, but I woke up this morning, was getting ready for work, and checking the news like I usually do, when I saw a story about one of the best vocalists ever. His name was Chris Cornell. Maybe you heard of him. He played in a number of bands, including Soundgarden, which helped cement the popularity of the grunge era. He played in a band called Audioslave, which featured multiple members of Rage Against the Machines. He played in a tribute band called Temples of the Dog in memory of one of his best friends who passed away. And he also had a great solo career. So, it brings me absolutely no joy to have to report that at the age of 52, he passed away last night, May 17th, of what the autopsy is reporting as hanging by suicide. I'm not going to lie, I didn't believe this story at first when I first read it this morning. The news site that I saw it on was one of those sites that focused more on rumors and speculation rather than fact. So I dismissed it as a hoax, but I did some digging just to make sure. And what I found is that more and more news sites were reporting on it at this point, and that police had even made statements. At that point, you know a story is legit. And this dude was an incredible vocalist, and it absolutely blows my mind that the human brain is flawed enough to make oneself feel so desperate that it wants to end itself. But I guess at the end of the day, it brings home the very real reminder that we are all human beings, and no matter how popular or how financially successful someone is, that doesn't mean they're immune to the same mental battles and issues that we all face. The person standing there up on the stage could be facing the same war within themselves as the person standing next to you, or even yourself, without you ever even knowing. So, I guess the only thing I can do at this point is to keep preaching for people to keep fighting on. If you need help, get it. Even if you have to fight yourself, even if you have to fight every molecule in your body to step through that door and say, hey, there's something wrong here. With that being said, links, of course, will be down below if you guys want to learn more, and I am going to be ending the episode here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you want more, and no, this video is not going to be monetized. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you on the next one. Be sure to stay tuned for the Monday Music Recap. There's a lot of news this week that just didn't get covered, so a lot of it's making its way into that. Once again, thank you guys. See you on the next one. Mars out.